But it is a great day, and New Yorkers know what a special place our city is. People throughout America and around the world also think of New York as a place of wonder and a place of magic. And while playing host to the world isn't new for us, the number of visitors we're welcoming in recent years is new. This year, New York City will host a record 50.2 million visitors. Now, that surpasses our accelerated target of 50 million visitors a year, a full year ahead of when we thought we'd get it done, and it far exceeds our original goal. We were so conservative. We had a goal of 50 million visitors by 2015. And last time I checked, this is still 2011. It's really amazing. Before the end of this year, the city will have welcomed 10.1 million international visitors. That's 400,000 more than last year. And we will have welcomed more than 40 million domestic visitors, 1 million more than last year. And that means more guests in our hotels, more shoppers in our stores, larger audiences in our museums and theaters, more diners at our restaurants, which I like, more riders in our taxis, more flights and cruise ships in our air and seaports, more economic growth, and what's really important in the city, more tax revenues and more jobs. Now, our tourism strategy is critical to diversifying our city's economy and creating and supporting jobs for New Yorkers of all backgrounds, from employees in art galleries and waiters in restaurants to bellhops in hotels and deli owners in Midtown and sales clerks at clothing stores. 2011, as we set a record for the number of tourists, let me point out we also set a record for the number of tourism-related jobs. Today, the industry employs over 320,000 people, the most ever, and some of them are with us today, in case you didn't notice. And each of you people who work in tourism, you really are an ambassador for our city, and we can't thank you enough for all that you do to help keep New York strong. Now, growth like this just does not happen automatically. It requires strategic planning and investment. In 2006, we launched the new NYC & Company, merging the existing NYC & Company with NYC Big Events and NYC Marketing. And our goal was to make NYC & Company the world's leading city marketing organization. And we set an ambitious goal of attracting the 50 million annual visitors by 2015. In June of 2008, we decided that that wasn't fast enough, so we revised our target to 50 million by 2012. And at that time, and especially since the national recession took hold, many people said that we were just too optimistic, that we couldn't possibly do it. We'd never hit our target. But we always believed in setting the bar high and beating the smart money, and that's exactly what we've done. And we've done it in two principal ways. First, even during the downturn, we continued making investments that have enhanced the quality of life and made New York City an even more attractive place to live and to visit. And that means first and foremost keeping crime low and keeping our city streets clean. But it also means making our parks bigger and greener and our cultural institutions stronger. And it means investing in cutting-edge projects that make New York the it city, the place that people want to come, see, and experience. And the fact that we've been able to do all of this in such a huge part of why we're here today announcing record numbers of tourists and tourism-related jobs. The second part of our strategy to reach 50 million visitors has been to dramatically expand our marketing efforts so that the whole world would know what a safe and exciting New York City is and that everyone is welcome here. And to do that, we invested much more aggressively in international marketing campaigns. We opened marketing offices across the globe. Today, NYC & Company has 18 overseas offices serving 25 markets worldwide. And that incredible reach means that we can create targeted campaigns for specific audiences touching potential travelers right where they live. And these investments have kept us America's #1 city for tourism again this year, and they're one of the big reasons why New York City entered the recession later and emerged from it sooner than the rest of America. And I want to personally thank NYC and Company for their outstanding work in getting us to this day. Now, the genius behind it, George Fertitta, the CEO, unfortunately can't be with us today, but he and his team deserve enormous credit for expanding New York's $32 billion tourism industry throughout the 5 boroughs and for forging partnerships with people like Peter Ward. Peter, where are you? Yeah. Peter, you should know, represents the hotel workers across all 5 boroughs, and the Times Square Alliance also deserves a lot of credit, led by Chairman Robert Wankel. And as partners like NASDAQ and 1515 Broadway, Hard Rock Cafe, Toshiba, and Clear Channel, all of whom, as you can see on their electronic displays back behind me and up here, are celebrating this 50 millionth visitor milestone. Now, there's another unsung hero here, standing right next to me. You all know Emily Rafferty as the president of the Metropolitan Museum of Art, but she is also the chairman of NYC and Company, and I think there's never been a booster for this city of the quality and of the passion and of the ability of Emily Rafferty. To say I'm in love with her, her husband doesn't mind, but I am. And also Tim Tompkins, who is the executive director of the Times Square Alliance, has an awful lot to do with it. And you're going to see some of his genius on display New Year's Eve. I hope you're all going to be here because it is just going to be phenomenally exciting. Now, we decided we have to recognize this milestone some ways or other. And what we decided to do was to pick a family who spent some time with us this year and helped us push over the 50 million visitor mark. And we picked 2 people, and they are standing right here, Craig and Lucy Johnson, who are visiting us from Lichfield, England. But they're not traveling alone. They're with their daughter, 3-year-old Grace, and their son, 1-year-old Thomas, as well as some close family and friends. Craig is a self-employed carpenter, and Lucy is a homemaker. They came to New York City for the first time 10 years ago, months before September 11th, and their dream back then was to return one day. Well, 10 years later, they're back. They arrived Sunday, and less than an hour ago, they exchanged vows as husband and wife, so congratulations. Did it at the top of the rock. I can't think of a better place to do it. Craig and Lucy are planning to visit the 9/11 Memorial and do some Christmas shopping. I know the kids in our businesses will appreciate that, and will appreciate the sales tax revenues, so thank you very much. I understand you're also planning to see the Radio City Christmas Spectacular. It is spectacular. The Rockettes are great. I was telling these young ladies, when I grew up, I must have been 7, 8 years old, the girl next door, her name was Barbara Parkhurst, and she left to move to New York to become a Rockette. And the Parkhursts lived there for years. I think she had a long career and loved it, from what I remember, long time ago. I'm 70, and Barbara was 10 years older than me, so who knows where she is now. But with the help of some of NYC and Company's biggest supporters, Craig and Lucy, we hope to make your stay just as spectacular as the one at Radio City Music Hall. So we are going to present the Johnsons with the golden ticket to New York City, and here it is.
I think he's got it.
All right, now, you got that? Got the pictures? Okay, now you're going to say, what is the golden ticket to New York? Well, Craig and Lucy are going to receive $1,000 gift cards from NYC and Company members, Bloomingdale's, Century 21, FAO Schwartz, J&R Music and Computer World, Macy's, and Saks Fifth Avenue. They'll also receive dining gift cards valued at $400, courtesy of the Myriad Restaurant Group, Union Square Hospitality Group, and Be Our Guest Restaurants, and tickets to both the Broadway hit musical Memphis and to the Radio City Christmas Spectacular. Wait a second. This is New York. We do big things. We're not done. To encourage the Johnsons to come back and celebrate their one-year anniversary with us, NYC and Company partner and a major backer of our travel industry, Travelocity, is offering the Johnsons a travel package to New York City in 2012 valued at $10,000. Boy, I could use this. I only make $1 a year, you know? And to help them enjoy this visit, longtime NYC and Company partner and one of our city's greatest corporate citizens, American Express, has provided the Johnsons with $10,000 to spend during their stay. To Craig, Lucy, Grace, and little Thomas, on behalf of every New Yorker, congratulations and the best of luck to both of you. We don't do this for everybody that comes, but we'd like to if we could. So welcome, and the people you see work here, these are the people that work in the tourism industry, and these are the people that make New York what people from around the world keep saying to me. I came to New York and I couldn't believe they were so friendly, and that just really is true. Now, Emily Rafferty is both the chairwoman of NYC and the president of the museum I told you about. And in both those roles, she really has been on the front lines of seeing a surge in tourism and what it has meant for our economy. An enormous percentage of the people that come to New York go to visit the Metropolitan Museum and in some of the other great cultural jewels in our crown, as well as a lot of our great parks. And they visit our restaurants and stores. Why are you standing there with that? Emily? No, that's right.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and welcome to everybody, and in particular, welcome to Lucy and Craig's family. I see many of you here today, and we warmly welcome you to the city. None of this could happen without leadership, and this mayor of New York City, when he came into office, recognized the incredible power of New York City. He always knew it, but he knew that we could do better. And he is the one who stood behind us and let us establish NYC and Company to what it is today under our CEO, George Fertitta, who joins us in absentia from Paris, another great city in the world, not as good as New York, but a great city. And so I'd like to thank George and all of his terrific staff who every day make this city stronger. Tourism here is our lifeblood. You know, when you travel in this city, and many of you joining us for this conference, I'm sure, do so. And we provide everything for you when you come to New York. And I'd like to recognize also the Board of Governors of NYC and Company, many of whom are with us today. They represent all of these industries that the mayor just mentioned. So when I thank the mayor, I thank the staff of NYC and Company, and I thank my colleagues who sit on the Board of Governors and every day work to make this a better place for all of you. We have jobs. We have the finest cultural attractions in New York. It won't hurt anybody to head a little bit north and go up and see the Metropolitan Museum and Museum Mile. If you haven't done that, make sure you do it. Subway's right here. So, and all of the other great institutions, downtown, uptown, all of our 5 boroughs are waiting for you, and we thank you. We're very, very proud of this great moment. And Lucy and Craig, enjoy every minute of it. We warmly welcome you, and we look forward to welcoming you back next year. And I'd like to, if it's okay, personally introduce behind me David, who joins me as a member of the security force of the Met. This is, and I want to thank him for keeping Metropolitan Museum of Art and so much of what we do as a team safe and welcoming, as we do for all of our institutions in this city. So, David, thank you for joining me here today. Our Senior Vice President, Harold Holzer, as well. And to all of you New Yorkers, visit us soon. It's the stay vacation. And for all of you who are visiting us from abroad, come more often. And Mr. Mayor, to you, thank you for your leadership. The great success of our 50 millionth visitor today is largely due to your commitment. We thank you.
Emily, thank you. I thought it'd be interesting to find out what it's like to be Queen and King for a Day or whatever you call you. There used to be a television show by that name. Craig, would you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Hello. We just got married at the top of the rock. And, we just like to say...
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Gino.
Of Ultimate Weddings.
USA. You've made our day. NYC & Co. Just amazing. Just amazing. There's not words that can express
Just so
how
overwhelmed.
shocked we are. We love
Thank
this
you,
city.
NY & Co.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Yeah.
Thanks for involving us in your special dates. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you, Craig. Deputy Mayor Bob Steele could not be with us today, but he is one of the people that deserve a lot of credit for this milestone. And it really started with Dan Doctoroff when he was Deputy Mayor for Economic Development. He and all of the deputy mayors have worked very hard on making this a reality. But we're not stopping here. Next year, more and better. I think one of the things we've learned over the years is you have to keep re-earning your spurs every single year. New York City has to keep improving and in making sure it is more welcoming to more people from around the world, and we're committed to do exactly that. I would like, before we take some questions on topic, to summarize today's announcement for our Spanish-speaking New Yorkers. Este año, por la primera vez en la historia de Nueva York, 50 millones de turistas han visitado nuestra ciudad. Tenemos la meta de llegar a esta cifra en 2015. Gracias a NYC and Company, los alcanzamos con 4 años de adelanto. Nueva York sigue siendo la ciudad número 1 en los Estados Unidos para el turismo. And with that, we'd be happy to take some questions on topic. We'll then take a break for the press and come back for off topic.